Morning, everybody. It's late morning, almost afternoon. So today, here on Saturday, April 20th, 2019, it's the day right before Easter 2019. Tomorrow is Easter 2019. Later on today, in about a couple hours, I'm going to Mom and Stepdad's place. But before that, decided to maybe kind of make something to add to the mix for tomorrow's Easter get together at Mom and Stepdad's place. I don't know if you've heard of stuff like Duncan Hines Orange Supreme cake right here. I decided to pick up a little bit of some stuff to make that last night. Got this right here, Duncan Hines Orange Supreme cake mix right here. Along with some Betty Crocker rich and creamy vanilla frosting right here. So I'll do a part one of us, getting everything all, mixing everything and putting it all in the baking pan, putting it in the oven. And then when I'm done with that, I'll do a part two and stuff of us, frosting it all and decorating it all in a little bit. So don't have a ton of time here, so I think it's in our best interest to get going immediately. So first I'm going to open the box right here of our Duncan Hines Orange Supreme cake mix here. All right, scissors right here, cut the bag open right here. All right, now I'm going to put it in this yellow mixing bowl. And so it all calls for 3 eggs, 1 cup of water, and a third cup of vegetable oil or canola oil. That's what I got, is canola oil. So first, let's start out with our 3 eggs. Let's put that in. All right. Now let's do our cup of water. And our cup of oil. All right, just going to put the camera down again so I can mix it all up. All right, I'm going to mix it all up now. Just had to set it down. It's a little easier to mix it up that way. Smelling pretty orangey to me. Well, definitely smelling like a pretty good orange scent to me, for sure. Sorry. I think I got this mixed up pretty good enough. So with that said, I'm going to use this baking dish right here. You know, this baking dish is kind of old. It's a little bit worn a little bit, but it'll still hold up this one time for our Orange Supreme cake. Because then what I want to do, since I'm bringing it to Mom and Stepdad's, we gotta have something we gotta have like a lid or something, or some tin foil. I don't have any tin foil or aluminum foil. This is all I have, so want to use something where we can use this to cover it up. So what I'm going to do is trying to use something that I can lean the camera up against. All right, hopefully that doesn't fall. So now I'm gonna dump everything right in here. All right. All right, I gotta set this down so I can now take my spatula right here. Pretty nice looking spatula. I've had this for a few years, but still good. You know, you're gonna take the spatula and scoop the rest of the mix in the pan. All right. There goes the last little bit of the mix going in. Scoop the last drop right in there. Now I'll just work the mix a little bit more over into the corners a little bit. All right, so now I think for a pan this size, it says for bake time, I think it says for a 2x8 inch pan, bake 25 to 30 minutes, and I think this is about the size that and I think the 2x8, I think that's about what this size pan is. So I think we'll do the full 30 minutes. I think we'll try the full 30 minutes for this one. So I've already got the oven preheated already to it says to preheat it to 350 degrees. So I'm going to open it up. All right, let's put this in and bake it for 30 minutes. All right. All right, there we go. We've got it set for 30 minutes. I think that should do for the pan size we're using. I think. Just rinsing my hand off real quick. So I've got the 30 minutes going with that. So once. I forgot to turn the sink all the way off. Once it's all done baking, and they say we're supposed to let it cool for at least 15 minutes before we frost it and decorate it. So it says to try and cool it completely. So it's just about getting to be coming up on 12 noon. So I got about a couple more hours before it's time for me to have all my stuff, before it's time for me to make sure that I get all my stuff ready to head over to Mom and Stepdad's. So maybe like once the full 30 minutes are done, again it says to cool it for at least 15 minutes. Try to cool it completely before frosting and decorating. So maybe like when at least 15 or 20 minutes have passed after the full 30 minutes of baking are done, then we will do a part two, and we will do a part two in a little bit of the frosting and decorating. In the past, when I've seen people do similar cakes, or maybe I've kind of done one of those similar cakes, I've decorated them with these Cadbury mini chocolate filled eggs, and you know, with crisp sugar shell, with the crisp sugar shell right here. That's what this is right here. And then the twist tie. Quick. And then I do also have some of this, some Cadbury white chocolate filled mini eggs. Same thing with white candy, 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 white candy with the crisp sugar shell. Just like the regular milk chocolate filled Cadbury mini eggs here, only this one is Cadbury mini eggs with, again, white candy with a crisp sugar shell. Again, this is the same thing. The only difference is that it's white chocolate filled. So maybe like what we'll do is maybe I got 2 small packages of these. This one and this one. And then I think I have just enough to cover a reasonable amount of other parts of the cake. Other parts of the cake. And I've also seen people rough cut some orange slices and put those on top of the cake when we've done other similar orange style cakes. So I don't have like any like real navel oranges, but I do still have a whole bunch of halo oranges that they usually sell consistently at Tops. So maybe I'll kind of rough cut a little bit of one of those. Maybe we could put maybe a couple or a few slices on top of the cake once everything's ready in a little bit. So I'm going to end part 1 here. If you enjoyed part 1, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up for sure. Be sure to go down and comment down below. Be sure to go down and subscribe for sure. Be sure to go down and hit that subscribe button for sure. I'll see you in part 2 in a little bit once we're now 5 minutes in. We got 25 more minutes to go with the baking since we set it for the full 30 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. We got 25 more minutes to go. So once the rest of the 25 once the remaining 25 minutes of the I should say it this way. Once the rest of the remaining 30 once the remaining 25 minutes out of the 30 minutes that we've set it for are all up and are all done in a little bit, and then we've let everything cool long enough, we'll do part 2 with frosting and decorating the top of the cake. So we'll see in a little bit. We'll see you in a little bit in part 2. Peace.